Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie and today we are discussing the top kitchen design trends for 2023. If you're looking to zhuzh up your kitchen with a little refresh or you're thinking about a major overhaul, this video is for you. The first topic I'd like to discuss today is color. One of the most common questions that I get asked on the channel is what is the trendiest cabinet color for 2023? And the answer is really simple. You might remember from my Design Trends 2022 video that green was the color of the year. Green is everywhere nowadays and for a good reason. I absolutely love how green feels warm, inviting, fresh, and really bright for a kitchen. Depending on the hue that you use, it can elicit so many different types of moods. Sage in the kitchen just reminds me of a European countryside. It's so chic, it's modern, it's effortless, and timeless. If you're looking to go bold, try emerald on for size. I remember Kelly Wearstler designing this bold jewel tone emerald kitchen for Cameron Diaz, complete with these copper countertops and a copper backsplash, and I just thought it was such a bold, brilliant move on her part. Of course, emerald green is not for the faint of heart and it might not work in your kitchen. So if you're looking to inject a little bit of color and you're looking to go green, think about the hues that you naturally gravitate towards. Anything that you can find in nature is definitely something that is classic and timeless because, of course, nature never goes out of style. Like most of you design aficionados out there, I am absolutely obsessed with Architectural Digest. I especially love AD Mag's Open Door series where you get a sneak peek into celebrity homes. I am completely swooning over Nina Dobrev's and Vanessa Hudgens' green kitchens. I mean, these two kitchens have a lot of similarities, but they do have a lot of differences. You can see that the green hue that they've chosen is really calming, really relaxing. It's not too bright, it's not too gaudy, it's not too in your face. But the difference between these two show kitchens is that Vanessa Hudgens is a little bit edgier. She has a lot of black accents in there, so it creates a moodier, more modern vibe. Whereas Nina Dobrev's kitchen is very European chic. I love all the brass accents. I love all the warm, rich woods. So depending on which hue you go, there are so many different accents that you can add into the space that makes green feel completely brand new. Let's talk about lighting, specifically lighting on a backsplash. Traditionally, we'll see a big statement chandelier or symmetrical pendant lights above a kitchen island, but we don't really tune into what's happening on the backsplash or the perimeter walls. What I've noticed lately is that designers are installing symmetrical wall sconces specifically in the shape of a cone. So we're talking about cone-shaped wall sconces equidistantly placed either above a sink, above a really beautiful deck ledge, or even above a statement backsplash. The great thing about these cone shapes is that they are directional lighting, which means they will light whichever direction they're turned to. You could be lighting a really beautiful vignette on open shelving. You could be lighting that statement stone slab that you're featuring on your backsplash. If you're using mixed metals in the kitchen, you can echo that sentiment using these types of wall sconces. Let's talk about the two-tone backsplash. The two-tone backsplash starts with a countertop material and a really small sliver of backsplash in that same stone. It could be a 4-inch backsplash, it could be a 6-inch backsplash. What you're essentially looking for is two tones. The first is the body of slab that's found on the countertop, and second is another material that you're running from that 4 to 6-inch backsplash all the way up to the ceiling. I love this look because it's really functional since you have a perimeter stone backsplash, especially in a wet area, and you could also layer it on top with something that's not wet rated. You could choose to add texture and dimension with a really beautiful beadboard or shiplap. You could opt to source really fabulous wall covering that brings in more color and pattern into your kitchen. Or you can finish off that backsplash with another contrasting material like artisan tile or another really beautiful stone. I want you to think about your kitchen right now. If you currently have a countertop slab with a really thin backsplash attached to it, think about adding another tile or another material on top that goes from the height of the backsplash all the way up to the ceiling. This is a designer feature that you can upgrade your kitchen with without a whole lot of time, effort, or budget. I spend a lot of time looking for inspiration and researching a lot of different designs for my clients. A lot of the times I come across a lot of really kooky details. Like it might be beautiful now, but it doesn't have a lot of longevity. I can't see it being really timeless down the line. But every now and then I see a design detail that really stops me in my tracks and makes me want to try it in my own home. We are talking about tiled and slab hood vents. Oftentimes, you'll see a really beautiful stone slab or a really intricate tiled backsplash, but then it just stops right behind the range. This tiled hood vent allows a continuation of materials from the backsplash all the way up to the ceiling. When you have a continuation of material or a continuation of color from the walls all the way up to the ceilings, not only does that visually expand the eyes, but it also makes the ceiling look so much taller than it actually could be. A designer's tip is to watch out for the sizing of your grout. You want to keep it small, you want to keep it tight, and you want to keep it really minimal. A typical grout size is about 1/8 inch, so I would ask your fabricator to make it tighter, either 1/16 of an inch or side by side. The tiled hood vent is especially beneficial, especially if you have curves on the hood. This allows you to create so many different configurations since the tile wraps around the curves of your vent. Next on the list is my personal favorite. It is the backsplash stone ledge, which I affectionately refer to as the new floating shelves. You cannot look up a kitchen hashtag without coming across this backsplash stone ledge. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a slab of stone backsplash that is met with a tiny little ledge. This ledge is not only a decorative way to finish off the top of the slab, but it is highly functional. It's a really great place for you to store all of your spices and seasonings, have it right within reach when you're cooking on the stove. It's also a really beautiful way for you to highlight personal items like artwork and photography, basically bringing in more of your personal style into the kitchen while showing off some of those design details that you absolutely love. A tip to detailing these stone ledges is to not make it too deep. A minimum 2 to 3 inches will suffice to make it functional, and I definitely would not exceed 4 or 5 inches or it's going to start looking like a floating shelf. My next tip goes hand in hand with those backsplash stone ledges, and it is bringing vintage artwork into the kitchen. No need to relegate your gallery walls to the living room or dining room or even your bedrooms and hallways anymore. Artwork should be displayed from room to room no matter what space you're in. Bringing vintage artwork into your kitchen not only showcases your personal collection and your hobbies, but it's a really beautiful way to add color and life onto the walls. Since the kitchen is really the home for all of the hard materials like your stone slabs and your tile and all of those heavy appliances, bringing a collection of artwork into the kitchen makes it feel just so much more personal and inviting. Another huge trend that I'm seeing in kitchens is open pot shelving. You've seen those collections of pots hung over the kitchen island, either on hooks or even on the back of your range. And to me, that is just not functional. It collects so much dust, and it's not even something that I'd want to see in my kitchen because my kitchen is already too small to begin with. What I really love is the functionality of open shelving, except that you can't always keep it neat, clean, and tidy. One of the latest design details that I'm absolutely loving are open cubby shelves underneath the kitchen countertops. These are located right within reach of your oven and range, and it makes it so easy to handle your big pots, your pans, and get them to the stove and off the stove in a minute's time. I hate having to open my cabinets and drawers just to access these pots and pans. So having it right within reach without having any doors to open makes it so functional and desirable. And last on today's list of best kitchen trends for 2023 are statement slabs. I feel like statement slabs are going to make my best list no matter what year we're in. I mean, I love natural stone. I use natural stone in about 80% of all client projects that I'm designing, and there's a good reason for that. Number one, natural stone adds so much value to not only the home, but also to the visual appeal of the kitchen. There is no other material out there that is going to mimic the natural patterns, veining, and color that nature can provide you. Now, in the traditional sense of kitchen fabrication and installation, you'll see a statement slab on a countertop or a waterfall edge. But nowadays, what you'll find is that designers and homeowners alike are using these statement slabs in so many different areas, not just for the backsplash and the countertop. We're talking about fully integrated sinks, farmhouse aprons, even running this statement slab all the way up the hood vent and wrapping it around all the walls. Statement slabs installed everywhere in the kitchen, of course, is not in everyone's budget. So if you're looking for a way to really make a statement with natural stone, think about one key area where you want to show it off and where you could enjoy it the most. I've been following Drew Scott's journey on his own home renovation, and he just chose this really beautiful statement marble that he kind of cladded in every single wall of his kitchen. He installed this really beautiful marble on the countertops. He ran it up the backsplash. He has a little stone ledge, and he even fabricated the same stone for a fully integrated sink, and the look is absolutely gorgeous. To me, it has really timeless appeal. It could look traditional, it could look modern, it can take on a whole new personality depending on the accents that you add into the space. So the next time you're thinking about making a really huge statement in the kitchen, choose a really beautiful patterned slab and place it in a place that would bring you the most joy. Here are a couple more details that I've been seeing in designer kitchens lately that I am absolutely obsessing over. What do you think of these pot fillers repurposed in the doggy stations? This is such a brilliant way to add water to the dog bowl, so you're not carrying a huge bowl of water from the sink to the floor and spilling it everywhere. I love this little detail, and it's especially beneficial when you have medium-sized or larger dogs with larger dog bowls to fill. Another absolute luxury that I'm going to have in my next kitchen is a water filling station. You know those water filling stations you see at the mall or the gym? I love this detail, especially for someone who entertains as much as we do. Having a filtered water spout at your sink is definitely great for home use, but what about those days when you're hosting large parties or gatherings? When you're hosting a large party, there's already so much happening in the kitchen. So to have a filling water station adjacent to your kitchen is just a genius move. For Father's Day earlier this year, I gifted my husband with a Breville espresso machine. It's that one-touch barista version, and I love it. It's really the gift that keeps on giving because every day he makes me my morning cappuccino, and I am one lucky girl. What I really want for our next kitchen is to be able to dedicate an entire space for our coffee station. I'm talking about really beautiful cabinet doors and pull-out shelves where I could pull out all of the equipment, hide all my mugs, hide all my teas, and be able to use this station every single morning without having these huge bulky appliances cluttering my already busy countertop. So having a dedicated coffee station, tea station, or even beverage counter is really huge in kitchen design trends, and I don't think it's going anywhere. That's it for today's video. What did you think of my kitchen design trends for 2023? Calling something trendy in interior design to me is a really huge misnomer because trendy almost insinuates that there's a lifespan to it. And for me as a designer, while I don't subscribe to trends, I do like to see what is trending in the market today. Trendy items allow the average consumer to have complete accessibility over these items that are sometimes only relegated to the trade or to someone in the industry. I love breaking down these design trends with you because my hope is that one day they become a part of the interior design vernacular. There was once a time when open shelving felt like a hot, new, and trendy thing, and now it's something that you can find in a lot of different kitchens all over the globe. My goal from today's video is to open your eyes up to the new kitchen ideas out there to adopt into your own space. Think about the colors you vibe with, the materials and different textures that you can bring into your space to make it really come alive. A lot of the times we don't need to do a major kitchen overhaul, just a few things to refresh the space and make it feel brand new. What did you think of today's list? Are there any items on the list that you feel have long-term appeal? Are there other items on the list that you feel are going to die out by year's end? History proves that natural organic materials don't really fall in and out of the trend trap. So if it's found in nature, you'll be sure to find it in interior design down the line. If you like this video and you're loving the design content that I have on my channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know if you have any questions when it comes to designing your own kitchen. I would love to help you in the comments below. Share this video with anyone you know looking to refresh their kitchen for the new year. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that little notification bell to be notified of new videos that we drop every Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I'll see you next week.